All right. Uh, so first thing, before we go anywhere, I just want to explain what this means, right? Because some of you might have probably simplified that in an incorrect way, but sine squared of 180 plus b, then it's like this. Sine squared of 180 degrees plus b is the same as sine 180 degrees plus b all squared, like that. So the answer will always be positive, okay? And in this case, it's going to be positive sine squared b, okay? Always, it will always be positive. As long as there is a square here, the answer will always be a positive, okay? Is that clear to everyone? Because we know if I try to simplify this, we know that 180 degrees plus b is in the third quadrant, and sine is negative, so that will give you minus sine b, then you square this, you get positive sine squared b. Are you following that? Yes. Right, so we can write straight away from here, we can write sine squared b times here, okay? So cos minus b minus 180, if we go back to the basics, cos minus b minus 180 degrees, this is the same as cosine of minus 180 degrees minus b, okay? Are you following there? Now, if I were to ask you, let's block that minus 180 degrees. In which quadrant is minus b? Fourth quadrant, right? Now, if you move 180 degrees in a clockwise direction, you get to which quadrant? Second quadrant. So this angle here, it's in the what? Second quadrant. But let's carry on. I can factor out minus 1, you get cosine of minus 180 degrees plus b. Okay? The angle is now in the what? Okay. I hope you are aware that 180 plus b, without the negative, it's in the what? Third quadrant. Okay? But if you put minus, it will be in the what? Second quadrant. Are you following that? Yes. Huh? Yes. Positive 180 plus b is in the third quadrant. Yes. But negative of 180 plus b, it will be in the second quadrant. Okay? Then when we simplify this now, right? I hope you are aware, yes, from yesterday's lesson, the cosine of a negative angle is the same as the cosine of a what? Positive angle. Okay? So this becomes minus cos b. Okay? So be aware of it. So that will be minus cosine of b. All over. This one here, we do the same. We block the minus 360. B is in the what? First quadrant. Then you move 360 degrees in a clockwise direction. You will come back to the what? First quadrant. Are you following that? Am I talking to myself or what? When you're answering questions on reduction, you have to know your quadrants and you have to know your negative angles and positive angles. Answer the questions with understanding, not guessing. Yes.
Yes, sine squared being the same as sine b times sine b.
Yes. Yes. It's the same. This is equivalent to sine b times sine b. But in math, we don't put the square on the top right hand side of the b. Okay? We put it in between sine and the letter or the angle. Are you following that? Okay. I hope you are following. So the question is, in which quadrant is this angle? In which quadrant? Okay, let's just go back to the basics. Okay, let's go back to the basics. Let's go back to the basics. So we have sine b minus what? 360. This is the same as sine of minus 360 degrees plus what? Plus b. Then we factor out, we'll get 360 degrees minus b. Alright? Now, if you forget about the negative angle, 360 minus b is in which quadrant? Fourth. In the fourth quadrant, is sine positive or negative? Negative, right? Then, now here we take sine of a negative angle. This binomial angle. It will give you minus sine 360 degrees minus b. But then sine of 360 minus b is a negative angle. So you get minus sine b, which is equal to sine b. Okay? Alright. Listen, please do yourself a favor. If you have got concentration issues, you miss out. Okay? From here, you can either do a calculation like how I'm doing, or you can visualize it on a Cartesian plane, knowing your quadrants, knowing your negative angles, knowing your positive angles. I was saying, let's start by just visualizing angle B, which is positive. In which quadrant is it? Huh? A positive B, first quadrant, right? You know what this minus 360 is going to mean? It means we are moving from, we are in the first quadrant. This is the size of angle what? B. Okay? That's the size of angle B. Right? So angle B, remember it will be there. Then you move clockwise 360 degrees, you will come back to the same point. Okay? Which means the answer has to be a positive what? Sine B. By visualization. By calculation now, you do what I just did here. Swap the B and the minus 360 factor out minus 1. Then you get the sine of a negative what? Angle, which is equal to the negative sine of that given angle. Right? Then sine of this, it's a negative angle in the fourth quadrant. So this negative and the negative you get there will give you a positive what? Answer. Yes? Okay. So that will be sine B times, here it's very straightforward, that's minus cos B. Okay? So these two will cancel out. Eventually the answer will be sine B. Okay.
Oh, you're leaving now.
Alright. So let's go to a blank page so that I can explain sine theta minus 180 degrees. Can I have your attention, you two, please? I need your attention. But you block the minus 180. Theta is in which quadrant? First. Theta is in the first quadrant. So if you move 180 degrees clockwise from where theta is, okay? So theta is, this is theta. If you move in this direction here, you get to what? Third quadrant. And in the third quadrant, sine is what? Negative. Okay. That's by visualization. So you can write the answer from here straight away to minus sine theta. Okay? Realize that. Can you pay attention? So this is also equal to sine minus 180 plus theta, which is the same as sine minus, open bracket, 180 degrees minus theta. Okay? The sign of a negative angle is always negative, so that will give you minus sine 180 degrees minus what? Theta. But in which quadrant is this angle? 180 minus theta is in which angle? Is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. Is sine positive or negative in the second? Positive. So you end up getting your answer as minus what? Sine theta. So either way, whether you use a sketch like that, you do it in the head, or you do a calculation, you get the same result. Right? So this would be minus sine theta times. No. There is no mark. Okay, can we have one lesson? There is no mark allocated for doing what I just did here. Okay? There is no mark allocated for all this. Is that clear to everyone? Yeah. But it does help to get the answer. Okay, let's just do it quickly. 540. Okay, first thing, subtract 360 from 540, you get 180 plus theta. That would be minus sine theta. Oh, sorry, it's cos rather. So it's minus cos theta. Right? Then that one it will be times minus sine theta. All over. It's 3 marks already, by the way. 3 marks. Then this one is minus cos theta times positive sine squared theta. Okay? Alright? So here, this minus cos and that minus cos cancel. These two here, they cancel with both those two. So the answer will be a positive one.